Hi everyone. Are you a nerd like me? I'm just kidding. Yes, maybe some of you guys, a lot of you guys love candy, right? So I wanted to introduce, first of all, everybody, this is my sweet Moo. Moo here is going to be 2 years old on August 5th. He is the sweetest cat I've ever had, and he likes to make biscuits, you know, with the blanket. A sweet little baby boy. We found him along with his siblings where I used to live at in the neighborhood, and my mom and I both had to like bottle feed them and care for them. He was literally just 2 days old. He may have just been even 24 hours old. So I watched him, you know, open his eyes for the first time, and their ears grow normal, and he looks like a normal cat now. They look like little furry rats. But he's a sweet little boy. So, and in regards to that, for everybody who, by the way, hi, YouTube, I'm back. We're going to try this thing out. Anyways, for those who may have followed me on my YouTube channel, which I was so popular with like 300 something subscribers, but it's not about how many people you know, it's about who you know, right? I do have some news. I wanted to dedicate today to my sweetheart. So if you didn't follow me, or you guys did not already know, because I'm not on like social media right now, my sweet baby boy Ninja, he did pass away. I was very, very lucky to have him for 14 years and 3 months. I wanted him to make it till he was 17, but definitely the longest cat I've ever had. And he made quite a few appearances in my videos. Most of them, it's like I sucked because I deleted them. I should have just like put them as private. I believe I have 2 or 3 that are currently still on here. And I was watching one last week. I forgot who was in it actually, and it like brought me like tears, you know, to see him like still alive and stuff like that. It's not like I don't have videos of him, but it was just like unexpected, and just seeing him like naturally as he was. But he did ultimately finally join Rainbow Bridge. He passed away on November 6th of 2023. And I'm looking at his photo right now. Let me see if I can get a way to show you guys that in a second. I don't know if this is going to zoom in or not. It's not. Let me see, without having to get up, but that's my sweet baby boy right there, and that's my front door and my bag that I got from the Water Lantern Festival. And if you guys are asking why I have a windshield wiper and some water there, it's because I got my oil changed like 2 weeks ago, right? And I decided to like take a thorough look under my hood because unfortunately my mechanic passed away. And so I realized I had no windshield wiper, my coolant was low, and I didn't realize you're actually supposed to mix the coolant if it's concentrated. And I didn't want to leave it in my car. And as my apartment space, it does not have enough like storage space. So anyways, yeah, so that's a random thought there, a random fact. But anyways, let me flip this back around. By the way, guys, I just found out that you can actually flip the camera around and pause it. I've had a phone for quite a few years, and I just realized that. So anyways, I just wanted to announce that my sweet baby boy did pass away, and he's very much missed. So today it's for you, Ninja. And one thing about grief is grief never goes away. It's not a feeling. It's just something that we go through. And grief it comes in waves, and there's no, even though there's so, I think it's like 5 or 7, the certain stages of grief, it's never in order, and it's different for everybody. And the thing about grief is like, it can hit you like out of nowhere, and it can happen like anytime throughout the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like you'll have, you know, the better days and the harder days, and you know, everybody handles like things differently. And so I don't think I really processed it too much when he passed away, because he did pass away right before the holidays. And, you know, I was trying to keep my mind busy, you know, with work and the holidays, and I was getting ready to start school in just like 2 months. And that was kind of helpful for me being in school, I feel like, because it kept my mind busy, and it was kind of like, I wouldn't say a blessing, because like it's never a blessing to lose somebody, but you know, at least I was able to kind of concentrate like on school and everything I wanted to do, since he passed away, without feeling guilty, so to speak, because he was getting older and stuff. But yes, I miss him all the time. And you know, he was Ninja was survived by his older sister Olympia, who is just her own cat. She's gonna be 10 this year, and his baby brother Mumu, who I actually just got like not even a month before his passing. And so I miss you every single day, Ninja, and you know that you were my soulmate cat. I do 100% believe that, without a doubt. The day that he passed away, I did feel a part of me went with him, and it was really, really, really hard. So it was actually, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, though. I know this is kind of like going off topic, but sorry guys, my phone is ringing, as you can tell, but I am not going to take this call because right now I'm recording this. But anyways, it wasn't as hard as I anticipated it to be, because I think I realized I really was fortunate with him. But it was kind of cool because the day he did pass away, I did see like the name Ninja twice, just shortly after he passed away. So it was kind of like confirmation and stuff like that. But I definitely miss him every day. So just wanted you to know that Ninja missed you, and I still miss my brother. It's been 7 years this October, and I have to say, in regards to that grief thing, it's definitely been one of those years where I definitely feel like I'm missing him more. So, and, you know, it's something that never goes away. And so anybody who's ever experiencing grief, like, just know, like, it doesn't matter how long it's been or how short. You are allowed to feel what you feel. Don't ever feel guilty. Actually, I promise I have a point to this. If you have been through either some kind of loss, it doesn't even have to be like a physical loss. It can just be like a loss or some major change in your life, because grief doesn't always have to be like a physical death. It could be like a loss of a job, a loss of a relationship, a loss of a dream, you know, some kind of traumatic change that is like forever going to be let the door close, and you know, it can only usher you to a new one. Or you've just been through like a hard time, which the world is definitely crazy right now. That's why I don't watch the news. But definitely, I feel like this year has been a lot more crazier than probably my entire life, minus COVID. Because I personally was always, I have that belief where it's like, as long as it doesn't affect my day-to-day life, I'm good. But this year has definitely been affecting my day-to-day life, okay? When you can't even go to McDonald's without protesting right in the street, I'm like, all right, you know, okay, this is really happening. So, yeah, in regards to that. But if you also just been going through a hard time, it doesn't matter whatever it is that you're going through, like whatever life changes or etc., or how short or how long, because everybody is different. I want you to know that you are allowed to feel what you feel. Do not let anybody ever tell you otherwise, and that it's okay, because it will get better. And nobody, and I absolutely mean nobody in this world, has any kind of right to tell you that you need to get over something, that you need to just be okay with something that doesn't work out, that you need to like stop being sad because there's a time frame, because that is 100% not true. And I'm not just saying this. If you talk to any kind of therapist or anybody in psychology, it's actually the truth, okay? Because everybody processes things differently. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's life events are different. Everybody's hopes and dreams are different. And if somebody is to say that anything like that, you need to cut them out right away. You need to distance yourself. You need to set boundaries, because nobody has any right to tell you anything like that, because they are not you. They don't have the dreams that you have. They haven't walked in your shoes. Okay? I just wanted to make that very clear. Because I've always been the type of person who's very patient and understanding. I do believe that naturally there's I wouldn't say like expected time frame, but naturally, like, you would see like a cycle, I get. I don't know, I don't want to say it's wrong, but I do believe like naturally there is like a normalcy in regards to like a cycle, or you or like I don't know how to say it's like relate really well, but what I'm trying to say is that even though I'm telling you guys there's no time frame, which there isn't, there's usually just like naturally with life, I feel like, okay, I promise. So there is no time frame. There's no right amount of time frame. Okay. If it takes somebody a decade to get over something, then it takes somebody a decade to get over something, because that's their journey. Okay. Hopefully not, because that's a long time. But again, it also depends what that person might be going through. Like, let's say if somebody, I don't know, like a horrible situation, like grew up in a really abusive family and was abused as a child, you know, like I'm talking about extreme cases that hopefully nobody will ever understand. Or somebody like witnessed like some kind of horrific thing, or don't know why it's coming to my head, but like people who get like kidnapped and they're like stuck in somebody's house for like, I don't know, like 2 decades. That's a horrific thing, because that's like a huge experience that like changes your life. And so those kind of people, they have the right to take 10 years if necessary to grieve and get over that, because that's a horrific thing. And so, you know, but at the, you know what I mean? So if it's like something like a loss of a job and something like that, or a breakup, you know, usually those don't have as much significance. But at the same time, again, I don't want to say wrong, but at the same time, it depends on how much it means to that person. Somebody could also go through something as traumatic as, like, God forbid, like something that we see in the news, you're like, oh my gosh, and be over it quickly, because it depends on how much somebody takes it to heart. So I just wanted to make that super clear, because let me tell you guys, it has been rough time for about almost a year now for me. I'm blessed because I have my apartment and I have a job and I have a car and I have been able to maintain. And somehow, I'm doing all right, because I actually try to reach out to talk to somebody in therapy, just because I felt like I think that would have been a healthy decision for me to process things. And apparently, they're not going to give me the therapy. I have never been turned down for that, and I was a little surprised, because they do like an evaluation for like psychiatric medication, because I was thinking about going back on depression medicine and then to talk to somebody, and I did not score enough to get approved for therapy. And I was really surprised, because I was like 100% a shock to me, and I was like, wait, what? So yeah, apparently I'm doing all right. I do have low symptoms of depression and anxiety, but overall the therapist said, quote unquote, that I need to stop being so hard on myself, that I'm resilient, and to give myself more credit. And the fact that I was able to overcome, to go through these things, to overcome, to carry on, and to still maintain, she goes, that's what we are looking for our patients to be at. You don't have to also feel 100% every day to be okay. In fact, I'm never going to feel 100% because I'm human. So yeah, anyway, so I was really shocked. I was like, all right, because I even got my medication. I was like, all right, like I was kind of hoping for this and I was ready. And yeah, I got turned down. So, and I was like, wow, I've never been turned down for therapy before. And I was like, well, I still can't talk to somebody about these things. But because I have Kaiser, I guess it's just a little bit different. But it's okay. Like sometimes I feel like we need to be like shown ourselves in like a different aspect. Like, hey, reminder that you are actually doing better than you think you are. Anyways, guys, hold on. Let me pause this one moment. All right, guys, sorry. I am expecting a call or a text message today about possibly going to visit a friend here. But I also got to be mindful, because I do got to get gas for the work week and stuff like that. So anyways, this is my apartment, guys. I'm just simply wearing this because I was braiding my hair today. And then I didn't realize it was going to be a big poof ball. So I was actually supposed to get my hair braided. Yes, I was going to get my hair braided. Like, yeah. But that change of plans there, guys. But anyways, so yeah, this is my apartment. This is my couch. This is the only expensive furniture that I own. The rest of it I built from Amazon. This is my painting that I'm still working on, as you guys can tell. I did get some more paint supplies. I'm really excited. This I got a few years ago at the Water Lantern Festival, which I did put like a short video on here. It was mainly me joking around, trying to be funny. I did take one of my friends to the Water Lantern Festival earlier this year. Definitely check out their website. I totally recommend it. It's pretty cool. You get to build like your own like little water, like a lantern that you put into the water, and it comes with like a pen and a bag and stuff like that. And depending on like what package you get, you can get like a VIP tickets or a blanket, which I actually got this from there. And then like the flower crowns, which were way better this year than I got like 3 years ago. And it's pretty cool, and they have like music and food and stuff like that, and where people can speak and stuff like that. But you know, it's kind of hard because it started at 5. I get off at 5 on the weekends, and then I have to drive about an hour, so I didn't get home until like 6. And then I had to like change quickly and use the restroom and, you know, get gas, and then I had to drive like another 30 minutes. And so I didn't get there till like 7ish. And then unfortunately, it was by like a lake, so it was like really windy for some reason in May, which I was surprised. I'm pretty cold, so we didn't stay too long, but I went with my friend. The point is to just simply put the positive intentions out there and let it go. And it's pretty cool. I've done it twice now, so I definitely recommend their website. I think I'll actually put it in this, I promise I'll do it. I'll put it down below. I definitely recommend it. It's pretty cool. I would love to do one of those Rise Festival one day, a little bit more pricey. This one is, it's decent. Think about $45 I paid for, like, with the ticket protection due if, like, the weather changes and stuff. You know, so yeah, I definitely would recommend it. It's pretty cool. I know for sure they do it in California. I think they do it in other places. But yeah, so that's where I got this. I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to like be anything but me, or like, you know, I just thought because my hair was like, why not? All right, so anyways, let's get into this because it is 5:50, and yeah. So, speaking of Waterland Festival, I did get these. I got 2 cards. It's pretty cool. One's holding my phone here. I got like playing cards, like where you play like a deck of cards, like for goldfish. What's the okay? A deck of cards you can play at the casino, right? And I got these other cards here too. I actually never opened them yet. But see, Water Lantern Festival, right? I love mandalas. My whole apartment has mandalas, and this, by the way, this is something that's just been coming to me. So, anyways, I like what this back part says. So let's get into it. It says, "We cannot change the cards we are dealt with, just how we play the hand." I am not going to mispronounce this person's name. So, Ace. Ace, I believe, is always about new beginnings. We got a heart here, so anything with emotions, okay? And I just wanted to say before I get into this as well, no way, shape, or form am I anything but myself. I do not try to be or pretend to be anything as like a psychic or a medium or anything like that. I'm not here to do that. I did start my YouTube channel years ago in 2018. It was pretty cool because actually one of my videos came up apparently as like an upcoming video, and it was actually for my brother's friend who happened to be watching cat videos. Yeah, anyways, you know, it was great timing because I had talked about my brother who unfortunately had passed away about 2017, sorry. But anyways, yeah, long story short, they were able to find out about my brother who was sick at the time, who ultimately ended up passing away to YouTube. And again, I only have like 300 something subscribers, you know, so you know, I believe that if you do see this, is because A, you are my subscriber, B, you have my phone number associated with this one, which my phone number should not be associated with this one. I'm not sure, actually. I've had the same phone number for 5 years now, the longest, but I try to separate my old stuff. So that could be it, or you are meant to see this video. So that's number 1. Number 2, I am not doing this for anything, but just as simply, I feel guided to do that now. I'm not going to lie entirely. Even though I was definitely interested in that stuff, I was hoping to make some money at that time because I really needed it. The thing is, I do have a job, so I don't really need that now. But I also feel like maybe it's okay to revisit things at the right time and definitely do it differently. But I wanted to be honest about that. But it was cool because I actually like able to connect. I made some good money. It was okay. Nothing like what people are thinking, like a couple $100 maybe like a month. It wasn't that much. But that's because I solely like was doing that. Like I have a freaking full-time job. I don't have time to do that. By the time I get home, it's almost 12 hours since I left to work. So anyways, yeah. But you know, hey, number 3, whatever your belief is, I do believe in God. I want you guys to know that. I have kind of changed like my faith stuff a little bit this year. I'm not going to church right now for my own reasons, but I do believe in God, and I do believe in like that and the universal law of attraction. And in no way, shape, or form do I ever want to be like overstepping those kind of bounds or necessarily predicting the future and stuff like that. So I just want to make that clear. All I want to be able to do is put some inspiration out there, light a fire in case you guys have lost your spark, so to speak. Maybe share my experiences and stories, help out others. I do have some kind of like intuitive gift. I can't lie on that. I have a 100% rating when it comes to predicting my friends' babies. Okay, 4 out of 4 is pretty good, and I don't use anything for that. It comes to me in dreams or intuition. Yeah. And I predicted the Groundhog's Day this year. And I was saying it myself. I said, I feel like he's going to say it's 6 more weeks of winter, but I would want him to say the spring comes early, and it's exactly what happened. And I also have like these things. I guess my gift is called claircognizance. I'm not sure. I may have talked about this. And so it's pretty much, you can look it up. I'm not even sure exactly about it either. It's kind of like clairvoyance, and it's a part of the same family. But long story short, it's like I'm able to like, how do you say this? I'm able to like, so like think of like steps with the book, right? So I can go from like step 1 to the end step. And I don't really know how you get there, that path, but I'm able to be like, yeah, this is like ultimately what it is. I can just feel it out. But at the same time, that last step may not be your end result. That just might be for that situation or until whatever next is revealed. I am able to kind of tell like people like personalities through their energy, stuff like that. I've gone to a couple houses and be like, yeah, these are haunted. I'm getting it right out. What else? Sometimes I'll think about something, you know, and either it will like manifest in my life like shortly afterwards within the same day, or like I'll be able to kind of guess what somebody's going to say before they say it. I've had one relationship in my entire life where like literally we said things at the same time. Like it's kind of eerie. I was like, or I think about something and they say it right afterwards. Like, and I noticed that like I was actually kind of freaked out that because I was like, weird. Like we literally would say things at the same time, and it's like interesting because it was like from like probably one of the most unexpected people that I experienced that with. But anyways, I do believe in the spirit. I believe that whatever your belief is, there is your body and there is your spirit, and your spirit is really what lights up the room. Because I just know this. I don't want to talk about that. I know this, but I just know. And I believe that it's super important to have some sort of belief in a higher power, because it really helps you to not like have to struggle alone in this world. So anyways, yeah, let me get into this. Love Apple Watch. So I finally decided to order cards here. I have been thinking about this for a while, and it just came in today, like literally. So I haven't even opened it yet. Voila. So there you go. Can't let you guys know where I live. 1 second, guys. Again, sorry to pause this. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not trying to be rude. Anyway, so I was going to open this. It just came today. I just happened to find this on a random website. I'll put it in there too eventually, so I do owe the credit. So let me share this too. So I'm excited. Hopefully it's the right one. So this was something I always wanted like years ago, but it's not a very popular one. So I had to like really research like where to find it. So I'm really excited for this. Woo, guys, so first time, right? Better be the right ones, right? I'm gonna be like so embarrassed right now, like, oh no, just kidding. But yeah, this is very cool. As you can tell, it's not from Amazon. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So anyways, guys, let me just share it. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. The Sedona deck and Oracle cards. So yeah, so while I'm opening this up, I wanted to share. So I did go to Sedona. I used to live in Arizona. And I went to Sedona for the first time in my life back in 2013. And I always wanted to go back. And, you know, and I would talk about it and make plans and da-da-da. And I had made, like, plans, I think, more like concrete plans the last few years. I don't want to cut myself. By the way, I did that the other day, guys. But just for whatever reason, it didn't pan out. It wasn't the right timing. And so, anyways, long story short, which I can definitely do this in another video. Last year I was at my old job that I was at for 5 months, which was a horrible experience. But it's okay because I ended up getting my dream job back. And I can talk about that in another video later on. But not after I had to go through being unemployed for 2.5 months with an apartment and $3,500 in bills. Yeah, on no food stamps or anything, 'cause nobody ever called me back. So just so guys, but somehow I made it. Anyways, long story short, and so it's funny because I had overheard, like, I'm a manager and stuff like that. I had overheard one of my associates talking about, like, Grand Canyon, and I was like, oh, you guys should visit Sedona. I think it's even better than Grand Canyon, you know, it's in Arizona. And I was like, oh, if I would love to go back if only I have time, because on my vacation time I go visit my dad. Well, like, I think it was a week or two later, I decided to walk out of my job, which was slow coming, but definitely the best decision of my life. Most empowering, but most scary at the same time. And I decided that night, actually, to give myself that trip to Arizona, to Sedona. And I literally went 11 years to the day to visit Sedona. It was pretty cool. It was about a little over 1,000, I think like 1,100 for 2.5 days. I stayed at the pretty nice, I never booked a hotel online. It was pretty cool. I did some hiking. I went out to 2 main restaurants there. I tried to be conservative with kind of my money, so I kind of had to eat pizza for the same meal like 3 times. And I did go zip lining. But it was a pretty neat experience. I finally got to go on those pink Jeep tours, and it was amazing. I can't lie, I wasn't really like feeling 100% because I was pretty sad what I was going through, and I had a lot on my mind, and it was a super long drive, like about 8 hours. But I'm very grateful I did it, and I definitely will go back. I also am not going to go back during the busy season, but I'm going to go back again, hopefully soon, and to share that with somebody, because it is so beautiful. And so I had to get it because I love Sedona. And I literally started the new year in Sedona. So I woke up in beautiful Sedona. I wanted to give myself something new and special for New Year's. And I made it so beautiful there. Like, I just was a little bummed. I wanted to do more hiking because there's no parking. Unfortunately, I'm not made with a lot of that. And it does get pretty lonely. And like when you don't have a lot of money, you know, you kind of can't do so much. And I kind of slept a lot because I was so tired. But I definitely am going to go back for sure. Maybe, you know, maybe I'll go for my birthday. And I always get, you guys, I always like scratch my face. Even when meetings, I do meetings for my job like once a week, you know, like through Microsoft Teams. And I do this too, I get nervous. But my intention is to go back. And I'm going to put a good intention out there. I want to say 1-2 years at most, because it's not that far. Mostly, yeah, 1 to 2 years. I hear 1 to 2, maybe 3, but I'm gonna say 1 to 2 years. I definitely want to at least stay a little bit longer, maybe like 3 days. You know what I mean? Like maybe 3 days, like 4. You know what I mean? At least another day would be better. And I'm gonna take somebody with me, so that's my intention, and have a little bit more money. Okay. And now I know there's not that many places to eat out there, but so here we are. I'm very excited. As you guys can tell, it's brand new, so I'm very excited for this. Yeah, I've been there twice. It's beautiful. The Jeep, if you guys, you have to take the pink Jeep tours. It's pretty unique too, because they have like different things that you're looking for. Like maybe some people are interested more, like I was into the spirituality and Vortex section. You'll see what I'm talking about, if you guys, and I'll put the link below. Like I wanted to see more of the spiritual side of it and like the vortexes, so to speak, because there's like 4 of them there. Some people want to see like, you know, the photography part of it, or I think there was like one about like bumpy rides, and it's 2 hours long, and it's pretty cool. I had a really cool tour guide. He went above and beyond for us too. He also was from California, and he talked about how he went there for a vacation and ended up moving out there, and he had like quit his job. And I was like, oh my God, maybe I'm gonna move to Sedona, and maybe one day I will in the future. It is a retirement area, so maybe when I'm retiring, but not right now. I'm pretty sure it's just as expensive as where I live at in California. So, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool because I went there to kind of like recollect myself. And even though I didn't feel like how I imagined I was going to feel, which is something I'm actually going through right now, is like working through my perfectionism and stuff. Yeah, and we can talk about that in another video. It gave me what I needed. It happened at the right time for a reason. And so you got to trust the timing of your life, and you got to trust like how things come about, even if it doesn't line up to how you pictured the timing would be or how you imagine you would feel. Because let me tell you, this whole past year, nothing has happened now. I never would have thought I would have felt how I felt having my first apartment. Never would I thought I would be walking out of my job like 7 weeks later, or being so depressed. I thought that I'd be having the time of my life. Never did I think that I would be going to like Sedona over like something like that. Okay, I had like everything I wanted, and I was like, you know,
Funny how life works out, but it was all meant to be. So anyways, I keep getting my phone blown up, guys. So maybe for some of you guys are waiting for like some kind of notification or some kind of messages. A lot of love and support. I've had 3 people now contact me. So let's get into this. All right, guys. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make this super quick. Super quick. But hi, guys. It's nice to be back on YouTube. I'm doing good. I mean, better, kind of. Better than I was at where I'm doing a lot better than where I was at when I first made YouTube. But, you know, it's been rough this past year when you lose your job and stuff like that, and you're unemployed and, you know, you're in a relationship and, you know, their dad dies, and that's really, really hard because you don't really know how to, you know, be with somebody when they're going through a hard time. It's like you just kind of have to just, you know, give them space and let them come to you, or just a lot. It's been heavy. It's been a hard year, but, you know, man, you can only go up. So, here are my cards. They're pretty big. I was like, where's my guidebook, right? Because I have no idea. I do love the imagery of this. I love desert. That's something that I always love. This is by Kathleen Gable. I like this deck. I don't think many people use it, but I was like, it's perfect. I love it. And they're pretty decent sized cards. So, I love the moon. I love the moon. I have moon stuff everywhere in my apartment too. And I love the desert and stuff like that. So we have like a dragonfly, a handprint, another dragonfly. It looks like I want to say a snail, but it's actually just a squiggles with, and then it looks like I don't want to say like a target, or like, you guys know when you go shooting, like if you shoot a gun, what's that thing called, like the focus, the red thing? That kind of reminds me of that. This also reminds me of the movie Zodiac. Like the Zodiac Killer. So like we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, but we're gonna do 3. But yeah, anyway, so that's it. So again, like I said, this is just, I just want to be able to send some positivity out there. I want to be able to spark that flame should you guys be needing a positive message. Today there is no exact theme. It's just 1, 2, or 3. This is just, hey, hi, how you doing? Nice to see you again. Welcome back, YouTube. Here I am. Let's just see where this goes. Man, I missed shuffling cards. I do this actually a lot when I'm at work and I'm bored. Like, I have business cards, and sometimes I would, like, shuffle them. I did. You know, it took me a long time to get there, guys. Like, I'm going to tell you guys, like, shuffling cards when I was first trying to do it, it was not easy. Like, yeah, I was, like, having to, like, you know, it's funny how things, it takes time, but over time you kind of, like, forget the struggle that you got there, right? You know, I've been in management, for, like, 5 years now? 5 years. I'll be going on 6 soon. I've been with the company that I've been at for over 4 years. It'll be 4.5 years, even though I did take a 7-month break from them, but they were always in my heart. But I always say just 4 years, a little over 4. It'll be 4 years and a half in October. And it's amazing how, like, with time, you just grow. And it's nice because I've been helping, like, train somebody else the past few months there, and they're very sweet. They actually, I wasn't expecting this, but they're like, yeah, I got you something. It's being sent to your store. I was like, oh, like, I just wasn't expecting that, you know, but it's nice because, I've seen a lot of growth from my friends and I, who work with the company. Like, you know, we became friends, obviously, because we worked there. And that's really nice to see that. You know what I mean? It's nice to see my friends advance into positions higher or finally have their own store. And I'm really excited because I've been really focusing on training my assistant. So that way he can be able to take over the facility that I run. That's the goal eventually. And hopefully I can get the new one that's been opening up. Because I don't like having to drive over an hour every single day against traffic, but I do it because I'm grateful to have a job. It's a little tough, guys. It's a little rough because it's a brand new car, and I'm thinking, so rough, so tough out here, baby. All right. And I hope, by the way, that this does not offend anybody in case somebody does see this that I know, okay? I'm not trying to do this to be famous or anything like that. I don't need to do this because I'm bored. Let's just be real. I'm 36. I'm not married and don't have kids. The universe has not had me had that for a reason yet, right? And I decided to take a year off from school because I could not, as much as I wanted to, I could not do that with everything I was going through. I tried, and I feel like if I go back to school, I might change my, what's it called, my degree into maybe going to psychology now. And it's like, oh no, that's, okay, I'm told to be knock on the door, right? Oh my gosh, I have another video idea that I'm gonna have to talk about too, about how I actually manifested. One of the biggest things I ever manifested. Whew, that was crazy. But anyways, I want to do my one about my job though. So one more time because I choose 3, right? So hopefully you guys have a good week here. My work week is Tuesday through Saturday. So, but the thing is, I love my job, and so I don't feel like I go to work. I just hate the traffic part. Anyway, guys, so hopefully you guys have come up with a number. You can choose 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to give you guys a moment to pause. I'm just going to check my cell phone real quick, my messages. 1 second. Sorry. All right, guys. By the way, I've seen like the time today, like 11, like 4:11, 5:11, and 6:11. I had 4:11 accidentally screenshot my phone yesterday. And so, yeah, I'm gonna have to look up what that means too. So I would say like group 1, you will be associated with 4:11. Group 2, you're associated with 5:11. And group 3, you're associated with 6:11. I wish I had another phone to look it up, but I don't. And my computer is so far away. Not today. But anyway, so 1, 2, or 3. Maybe I choose something like a little saying card, right? And it's hot, by the way, guys. I don't like summer anymore. My neighbor's dog is so annoying. But, I feel bad for the guy when you live in apartments. You know what? Living in an apartment has been a unique experience because I live downstairs. And so it's interesting when you hear people upstairs. And it's interesting. It's just been an interesting experience. It's been expensive in California when you're single, but it's been I guess I don't know. It's just interesting that because I had to take my trash far away, and so I found like a little cart and stuff. But I do love it. I'm gonna have to show my apartment. It is pretty cute. All right, guys. So I'm gonna help you guys out here. And I'm only going to do 3 cards because, like I said, it's a time frame here. So anyways, like, if this resonates with you, just put positive. By the way, positive only, no negativity. I'm not for that. Yeah. Reminder, I do have work and stuff. I do, I'm pretty busy. By the time I get home, I only have 5 hours. Oops. 5 hours before I have to go to sleep. But before midnight, let me just phrase that. And that's usually the time I go to bed. So it's so bad. And so maybe I might do some I wouldn't say readings. I would say intuitive sessions, counseling. Because I used to call myself intuitive therapy, Jen Linda intuitive therapy, because I do believe I'd be able to life coaching and stuff like that. That's kind of what I wanted to do, but with intuition, spirituality. So maybe if you wanted to book a session with me, an intuitive session, I will be able to do that. But I do have a very limited schedule. Most likely it would be best if I do it. Probably only have 2 to 3 days a week. But anyways, yeah, we will talk about that later. So first card actually already came out. So we're going to do this as an overall message because I didn't even have a chance yet. Okay. So this is for everybody. This flame just flew out, by the way. So I have the number 5 here with hearts. Again, that's going to be emotions. Oh my god, actually a while ago, guys, for not the recent full moon, a few days ago, but the last full moon, I found this 10 of spades. I think it was 10 of spades card, and it's somewhere here, and I found it on the parking lot. But anyways, yeah. This one says, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Okay, so If you're group number 1, your word is think. If you're group number 2, your word is enjoy. And if you're group number 3, your word is love. And I love number 3, and I love love. And I always see 33, so yeah, I'm going to go with 3. But anyways, I'm going to just pause this for a moment so that person, I don't want to butcher anybody's name. So this is a message for everybody. So, you know, this is just the attitude of gratitude and starting your morning off right. You know, every day really is truly a blessing. And every day is a chance for you to start over again. I had a rough day yesterday, and it sucks because, you know, I only get 2 days a week off as a normal schedule, right? And I was a little upset about that because I was like, well, there goes another day off that's been just wasted. But today's a new day, and it's better. A lot has to do with the mindset here, and a lot has to do with just like reminder, like life is not perfect. Like relationships, it's like relationships too. You just got to start over, like for the rest of your life, all right? And just be like, hey, you know what? Today's a new day to make it right, you know? And so definitely, you know, take advantage of that. You know, be grateful in the morning. Start that morning with like, fresh. It is truly a privilege to be alive, you know? All right, so I'm just going to divide the piles here. So. Okay, 1. Woo! 2. And okay, well, we're gonna do 3. So I really do love this imagery here, guys. So, oh my gosh, it's way too many. Way too many. I'm on 3, 3, 3. Okay, this pile really wants that many cards. Okay, sorry. That one, it's like, it's all or nothing, okay? And like I said, I'm going to try this really quick. So, like I said, there's no theme here, no general message, no predicting the future. This is simply just some positive message for you using the Sedona decks. Believe that everything happens exactly at the time when you receive it. And so, yeah. That is what it is. This is just simply maybe some guidance for you, or maybe like some kind of confirmation, but I do not intend to like ever overstep or predict anything like that. And, you know, at the same time also, this is, everything's always changeable. But I am a big believer in destiny and fate. I do believe like things like that. And also the thing is like, this may just reveal one chapter, but not the whole story or the end story. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you guys. It's what you need. Oh my gosh, there's a little bit of hesitancy with this one. Oh my gosh, so number 3. That's my pile, guys. A little bit of hesitancy, okay. Oh my gosh, there's some hesitancy, by the way, guys, for number 3. Today's been 5 months since I've been 36, actually. That was the saddest birthday in my life, though. So, but the very next day was a great day because that's the day that I was offered my job. Well, technically not the day I got my job letter or offer letter, but the day that I was asked. The day afterwards was the beginning of. Let me rephrase this. So the day after my birthday, though, it was a sad birthday. The next day, my old employer and I reached out and asked if I wanted to come back. So, but I will talk about that in our video. You know, it's interesting because I have 3 here. I already have 3 for this pile. I didn't even know that. And I have 4. So I think there's a hesitancy here for a reason. Okay? And we're going to be really quick. Okay? Quick. All right, so number 1, I saw you guys have 4. I mean, like I said, 4-11. 7-Eleven. The 7-Eleven by my job. I go there every single week. And I'm known as the snack girl. my. It's funny. And that's not by the employees. That's by another customer who comes in there quite a bit. And he's like, oh, it's the snack girl again. I was like, hey. I'm just stocking up this week's snacks for my assistant and I. It's expensive, so I finally decided I need to start going to the grocery store because it is expensive. Okay. Hope everybody's doing well, and if you are new, hey, welcome. don't have any desire to be famous, by the way. This is just me, but I'm just gonna be me and nothing else. Oh, by the way, guys. So, like, besides that, I didn't plan my hair like in this. So I have a feather strip, by the way. I didn't even get to show anybody. I got this on, what's that website? The Shein. I actually tried it out. I was so excited. Right before, of course, the terrorist back in, like, March. I was so upset. Or I don't want to talk about that, guys, actually. But my earrings. So, like, nobody probably even cares, but I do. Right? So, nobody probably even noticed this, but I actually used to have plugs. And I probably had my hair covered. And I had my ears sewn last year, and it was only like $394 at Kaiser. Did not think they'd do that. But that was like which I'm going to talk about. I swear I got all this planned, right? I'm like downloads already. But yeah, I got my ears sewn up, and I was so happy. So now I'm always like wearing earrings. And my job actually lets me wear all these earrings, yes. And my nose ring, I was really excited. I was like, hey, one condition, I get to wear the earrings. And they're like, I don't care. I'm like, all right, I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Na 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 na. All right, guys. So 1, 2, 3, and I'll see you at your pile. All right, guys. Viewer group number 1. Here's your card messages. Queen of Spades. I know diamonds. I know the spades and diamonds are wands and swords. I want to say this is a wand. Yeah. Yeah, because clovers would be pentacles, and no, diamonds would be. I don't know if I can. You guys have to let me know. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I can't turn it off either. Shoot. So today we're going to forget about that. I want to. Because clovers, I would say like, I don't know, because I would feel like clovers would be like money, right? And then there'd be the diamonds. I'm going to say that this is swords. From this, because I can't remember, so if it's not true or accurate, please forgive me. I'm gonna say that this is gonna be swords, because diamonds are red. Okay, so if it's a heart, it's gonna be obviously cups or emotion. If it's a diamond, it's gonna be wands, because it's red, and that's how I associate that. If it's clovers, it's gonna be money or pentacles, and then if it's gonna be spades, it's gonna be swords. Okay, so Queen of Swords. All right, but anyways. Remember that the happiest people are not those getting more, but those giving more. Okay, so there you guys go. So a lot of air energy, okay? I just realized it's 6:30, guys, so I'm going to have to really hurry up, okay? So, so we have Coxcomb. I've seen that. And it changes. Oak Creek. Feminine energy and intuition. Rain, gifts, and the Yucca beauty of beauty heavyweights. And as much as I want to use the guidebook right now, I just don't have time. And so I'm just gonna seriously base my intuition off of these cards, because I just don't have the time right now. But I will familiarize myself by next video. So I do have a lot of feminine energy here. You don't have to necessarily be a woman, or, you know, you don't have to necessarily be a woman. Everybody has both feminine and masculine energy. You know, there's tom girls and everything like that, and more, how do you say, metro men. And again, I love all people. I love all people, okay? I have a lot of friends who are in the LGBT community. In fact, I had my makeup last month supporting you guys. All right, so a lot of people I work with, they are in that community, and I love all you guys. So I just wanted to make that very clear. Second of all, my chair needs to be better, but a lot of feminine energy. Oh, I also, you know, like the yin and yang symbol, I associate this with yin, I'm not even sure if that's right or not. So I just associate with that because I feel like yang is more like a masculine and yin. Feminine energy is all about the receiving versus masculine is more about like the aggressor, right? So this is a lot to do with receiving. Intuition, the moon is associated with feminine energy. We just had a full moon here at the buck moon too. It's beautiful. I feel like, you know, most of my subscribers are always women anyways. This is about receiving. I'm also getting with the changes and gifts and okay. So again, this is about receiving. We did also get queen. So I do feel like a lot of this is going to be women. Which is interesting because this is talking about that the happiest people aren't those that are getting more, but they're giving, right? Giving is putting out. And usually they're either a giver or a receiver, right? Which is interesting. But then this is talking about, or we have the feminine energy here. And feminine energy is in need of receiving. You know, if you are lacking in that area, then you're going to be more of a masculine. And sometimes I come in masculine energy just because of my role professionally, and I'm just a go-getter. And so I feel like it's interesting. So this is just going to be, like I said, apply it as it is, and I'm only going to do one message for each group. First of all, everybody, I just want you to know, whoever's watching this, you are beautiful inside and out. Just, I'm going to keep it at that, okay? So I'm going to get deep into this. And maybe you guys are the people who are the giving people always. You always give, give, give. And you don't mind. You may even have your love language as gift giving or acts of services. But this is a time for you to receive more. You're being asked to receive more. There's also something in regards to a change, possibly a change that you are intuitively picking up on that is forthcoming. And this is asking for you to receive this change. It's a change that's going to elevate your life, and it's going to be a beautiful change. I don't feel that I have nothing but positive energy, you guys. For others, it may be a gift that you might be receiving. And maybe a gift that has to do with some kind of beauty or aesthetics. It could also be like the way that you see something. Maybe like, I'm just thinking like photography, or actually like going like on a trip or sightseeing. Something that helps to like move you, so to speak. For others of you guys, maybe you guys have been going through a rough patch and you just haven't been as happy, but you're the type of person that still is selfless and gives to others. And again, the universe is wanting you to receive more. You know, the Queen of Swords is associated with air signs. So Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, which I'm Aquarius. And we tend to come off a little cold. But we actually run deep. So we just can't always handle our emotions very well. We're also very forward thinking. And we're also humanitarians. And so we're the type of people just naturally like want to help out other people. And we feel deep inside. We cry and by ourselves, like when you guys don't see it. But this is asking for you guys to receive. Just honestly receive. You know, or step more into the feminine energy. If it's been unbalanced. I feel like that's very few, you guys. Another message here too, though, has to do with, we have water twice here. We have the rain and Oak Creek. So again, it has to do with emotions. Also, trick here is if you want to manifest, they always say to do it by water. Or like, I always love looking at, there's this place where I live by and it's beautiful. And I have another video where I did like a screenshot thing there. I always go to the lake. And it's definitely calling for you guys to be near some kind of body of water. Maybe take a trip to the beach or a river or a lake or a stream, wherever you are at in the world. Or even just taking a bath or like, I don't know, maybe just having like a pot of water or something. So put your manifestations out there. You know, after rain comes sunshine. And rain helps put water into the earth. And the creeks are all about flowing with the river of life. You can't go upstream. And so I do have that feeling for quite a few of you guys that you guys have been in that energy for a while. But this does not look scary, this rain cloud. And, you know, this reminds me earlier this year when I was visiting my dad. He lives in Idaho, and there's a lot of creeks out there. A lot of rivers. It's amazing because those rocks, how smooth some of them can be, that they've been sitting there for a long time, and how the water over time polishes those rocks. And so just know that if you're in this, know that this is shaping you and smoothing you to be much more resilient and stronger. And that any rough edges that you've been going through is for your highest good. You know, there's always, you know, when you're down, you can only go up. You know, the darkest always comes before dawn. It's time for you to receive, you know, a closing of a chapter. Know that you're going to be stronger from this, more beautiful, maybe even glow up, maybe even a spa day. You know, maybe you'll see a new perspective of seeing the world or something of sort. And you know what? I did see this. It's kind of a funny name for this one, but I did see this. It was just so beautiful, guys. Maybe some of you guys will just take a trip to Sedona. You don't have to feel 100%. But it's beautiful. You know, you can still see the beauty no matter what part or what phase of your life that you're in. I have number 99, so you don't always have to feel 100%, guys. Just still appreciate the beauty. All right? It's your time to be happy. It's your time to receive. So anyways, let me know, guys, that message was positive and helped you guys out and lit something inside of you guys. That was for group number 1. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Okay, guys, you're number 2. 2. Let's get into this, okay? Oh, we got the King of Hearts. So it's the King of Cups, all right? So masculine. We had a queen, now we have a king. Emotions. So water signs are Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And it says John F. Kennedy, president. So maybe some of you guys are in leadership roles, or it might be like somebody, hopefully not the same fate, but somebody who makes a difference, well respected. We must find the time to stop and thank the people who make a difference in our lives. Just what did I just say that? I had no idea, guys. So you guys are in a leadership role. And yes, you guys are going to be like somebody that really is just like you are put onto this earth to change. And it doesn't matter if it's one person's life or the whole world's life, okay? You've got a leadership role, natural leaders. But also make sure to take the time to thank those mentors along the way and people who've made a difference in your life, whether it was somebody who just said the right thing one day and changed your life forever, or those who've impacted your life in a great way, maybe are still here or gone. So as I said, my last one, I don't have time for the guidebook, and I'm just gonna kind of do this quickly, guys, and overall energy, okay? Take it as it resonates. All right. Ooh, Roadrunner. So like I said, it's my first time opening it. So number 3, the Roadrunner. I've seen this quite a bit of times. I am 2 spirit animals, which I did get one of those 2 decks. I'm very excited. It was on sale for Amazon. Roadrunners, it's about planning your steps and being kind of planning your steps. So it's just very interesting. They're just like kind of planning your next step, so to speak. Being prepared for something. Cathedral Walk. I do have a picture. I have a picture with this one. This one's like one of the most, I believe that this is, was it this one? I believe that this is going to be one of the most photographed rock formations in Sedona. I have pictures of this. If I'm able to like edit this video, which I probably don't, Cathedral Walk. And this is really cool because I like the cathedral and stuff like that. They have like another one where it's like a church in the mountain. And this one's number 2, interesting. By the way, I didn't read the first one. It said, number 3, Roadrunner is trust and knowledge. Number 2, which is Cathedral Rock, it's strength and beauty. But yeah, this is one of the most photographed ones. I've been there. And number 14, Sage, hearts, desires, manifesting. Okay, guys. Reminds me, one of my other former jobs, so when I was first management, one of my associates she knew I love spirituality, and she gave me like, it's so cool, like some feathers and like a little shell dish thing and like sage and stuff. And I would totally burn it in here, but I got smoke alarms in my apartment complex. They go beep, 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 and did not want that to be happening because that happened beforehand here when my battery died, and it's just annoying. Or sometimes when I'm taking the shower. So yeah, not today, guys. But that reminded me of that. So maybe she might find my video. Number 14. So it's kind of interesting. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So maybe that could be like a birthday for you. It could be January, February, March. Could also be born on the 14th like me. Even the number 5 is 1 and 4 is 5. So again, I feel like steps for this one. And we have heart's desire, manifesting, trust and knowledge, strength and beauty. Leadership roles, right? So you don't have to be a man necessarily for this, but definitely a leadership kind of role. If not, then this is a message maybe about some of you guys. You are somebody who definitely is practical and takes the next steps forward. You are somebody who's like a practical person. You like to plan things. You're also very trustworthy. Somebody who's very knowledgeable. Or this could be about somebody. I feel like this might be more would be like somebody like inquiring about somebody, so to speak. Or trust that whatever that you are working towards, manifesting some kind of goal, trust that you are on the right path. You are doing the steps necessary. You are bringing it in because you have the heart's desires manifesting. Like, you have confirmation of that. Sage is supposed to be smudging out bad energy and stuff like that and bringing in your energy. Okay? Beautiful place. Beautiful. I've been there. So just wanted to let you guys know that. So trust that. Just know that you're on the right step. But I will say, and this is from experience, be open to how things turn out, and be open to the fact that may just also, and again, don't be discouraged because this may not even apply to you. Always be open to how that goes. I always say, like, life is like interesting. It's like, a road trip. Sometimes we decide to take a detour and might lead us where we need to go instead. And sometimes our end goal is that what we thought was the end goal is actually just the next step. But that's just like a disclaimer. Please don't take that. I'm not necessarily feeling that. I just wanted to explain that. Yeah, you guys are very practical. You're on the right steps. You are definitely in alignment, going in order. Maybe you guys also are seeing a lot of spirit animals as well, especially roadrunners. Birds are always messages, so that could apply as well. I don't really have a lot to say besides that you guys are really like on the right path. You are also meant to lead. You're just on the path. This is your path, though, or this is about somebody. Like, this is the right. So, like, however that applies, please. Okay. I just don't want people to think I'm like trying to be something like a psychic or something. Whether this is you or somebody else, this is a leadership role. You're called to be a leader. This is your destiny. This is your path. You're on the right path. Whatever you're manifesting, it's coming. You're doing the right steps to get there. You're gonna get there only because I've been there. Like, seriously. Like, I didn't get to climb to the top of that, but I've been there. I have photos of me there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, I've actually have quite a few photos, and I actually took my mom with quite a few photos. So I believe this is one of the most photographed ones, if I'm not mistaken, of Sedona. So that's how I know, because I've actually been there. And then me going to Arizona back in 2013 was some crazy idea. I always wanted to go to Arizona. I did go a few times before that. But lately, I just felt called to go, and I just went with $400 and my car and my cat, and that is another story. A lot of stories, guys. I was crazy. And then I actually was reading a magazine, and it was talking about, I can't remember if it was when I was there, I was talking about how Sedona was a place where a god lived, and I said, oh my God, that place is beautiful. I have to go. And that was the one thing I was able to experience before I had to leave, after everything fell apart. And it was such a beautiful experience, and just like, I was so grateful to go back. And so, I know that this is going to be for you, because I've been there not once but twice. I was able to manifest it the first time when I was crazy, and I was able to take somebody. And then 11 years later, I was able to go back And I did not know that like a week or 2 weeks after I said, oh, I would love to go to Sedona, I just don't have time because I always go visit my dad, that I would have time. And I quit my job on the 15th of December, and I was in Sedona by December 30th. Because I stayed for the 30th, 31st, and the 1st. And so it was like 15 days later, and that's pretty quick. And so I also feel like that you guys are going to be pretty quick. This is quick, okay? I don't think it's necessarily long because you also have 1, 2, 3, 4. Like it's like boom, 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 boom. Maybe like 2 weeks, maybe like 15 days at most. Like because we have the, number 14 here and 1 and 5. Yeah, maybe for some of you guys 3 months. But like not. I don't do time frames here. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say than that. Whatever is you're manifesting, it's coming true. There's new energy come into your life. Out with the old and with the new. You're bringing that in. You're in some kind of leadership role, or you're asking about some kind of who's in a leadership role, and that person, you're bringing them in. If you guys are asking like about is this person for me, which I don't know. I believe so, because it's saying heart's desires manifesting. Smudging only, when you smudge, it's only supposed to bring in the good positive things that are meant for you. I've been there. And Roadrunners is just about planning. I can't remember what else. But it's interesting because they like walk across the street, right? And you can't not notice them. But I've seen them twice. And I've seen them in a time where it's like a new chapter, I guess, ushering in, and when I was being protected from negative energy. So yeah, to trust. The universe has your back. And so, give thanks to people. I also, again, last minute message, somebody, might also be coming in for some of you guys who is going to change your life. They're going to make a huge difference. Whatever their role looks like, I cannot say. But you need to be giving thanks to the universe, God. Give thanks to this person. It's going to be like a BC and AD kind of experience. It's also when you stop looking for it. I feel like a lot of times with manifestation, you definitely want to put the intentions out there. And I always say like 17 seconds. But you're not like waiting for it by the phone, because that's not how it happens. But there's a life change coming, a good positive one. You're bringing it in. And it's definitely in the path for you. So anyways, let me know, guys, how that resonates in the comments below. And thank you guys so much. Bye. All right, guys, I don't think I'm going to make this fancy right now. Just because I don't have time. So my group, number 3. Again, guys, this is all live. My first time ever doing this. All right, so here's our message. Ooh, we got King. So we got all like Queen and King energy. You don't have to be masculine or feminine or identify with that or whatever. It's just the top feminine and masculine. And what did I say this was? So clovers were the money, hearts were emotions. Oh yeah, these were wands. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. I don't even know what I said. So you fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe that time frame might be significant. Maybe that person. Maybe this is you. Yeah, so I am just going to read this as like live. We got spread joy, give hope, enjoy life, be kind, and create light. Okay. And so I said this for everybody else. I'm just going to simply do this really quick here, guys. I'm not going to refer to the guidebook today. I'm just going to do an overall message here. There is no theme, so apply it as it may be. All right, so it sounds pretty cool. I like it. It's just more like we have joy, hope, life, kind, and light, okay? We got the J, might be significant, H, L, or K. Maybe you are a very joyful person, a hopeful person, a lively person, a kind person. You're a light and a dark. All right, so here we go, guys. I can't seem to talk. And this one had a lot of hesitancy to you guys. I remember that, so. Anyways, I don't know, guys. So we have number 3. We have Boynton Canyon. We have viewpoints. Okay. So today, I don't have time to do the guidebook. I think this is 5 and 1. So number 6, Sugarloaf. We have Allow Love. Beautiful cards. I have to say, these are so beautiful, guys. I'm so excited. Beautiful, beautiful. And then This is number 8. I don't know how to read Times numeral. And then we have Thunder Mountain, and I had to think about the ride right now at Disneyland. I know. And it's crazy because I actually went a year ago in August, and it was like August 22nd, I think it was. It was the first day when Starbucks had the fall edition come back out, so that might be a significant day for you guys. And it was actually an amazing day because it was like not too hot, and it was like perfect. It wasn't too crowded, and this was the last ride I went on at Disneyland that day. I love that ride, Thunder Mountain. So maybe some of you guys might be going to Disneyland or live near Disneyland, or maybe that date might be significant. Maybe you guys are excited for the fall. Maybe that might be something coming up too. Some of you guys are coffee fans. All right, guys, Disneyland fans. Okay, this one is Let It Bounce Off. I can't help but think about roller coasters, right? All right, so we're going to roller coasters, right? We got spread joy, give hope, enjoy life, be kind, and create light. So a lot of this, again, take it as it resonates. We got Let It Bounce Off. I can't help but laugh because I feel like it's like shake it off, shake it off. So you guys have been through it a little bit. I feel like this. And especially with Allow Love. This has been a group where you guys have been through it. And it's saying that now's the time to spread more joy, or that joy is coming to you. A time to give hope, or hope is going to be coming your way. This is a time now to enjoy life, because life wants you to enjoy itself. You are kind, and there's somebody maybe that wants to be kind to you, or maybe this also might be talking about somebody's characteristics. And light is here. You are at the end of the dark tunnel, okay? You're also somebody who needs to shine light into the world, okay? You are a diamond in the rough. What did I say to one of my coworkers? I go, shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. And you know how you're going to do that? By being true to yourself. I say 11, 11, and 33 as I'm saying this, okay? All right, so it's time to like just let the punches roll. Go with the flow, so to speak. Yeah, roller coaster. It has been a roller coaster of emotions. This is a group where y'all got those songs. Somebody be singing, like sending you text messages about like songs, right? This is my emotions, right? So I have this is the only pile that has all Roman numeral numbers. So a lot of old soul, I feel like, ancient history. It's the only pile too that has like just scenic images here. One had an animal, the other one had a plant. Scenic. This reminds me sometimes like those paintings that are like 3. Scenic. I feel like this kind of connects to you in a way, right? Connect the dots. A lot of old soul energy here. Older souls. 3, 6, and 8. I hope I'm reading this right, by the way. I have no idea. So the number 3, number 6, number 8. That's 6 plus 3. That's 9. 8 is 7. 15. I'm bad at math. That might be something. Sugar. You guys might also like sugar. Some of you guys might be sugar, how you get so fly. I'm telling you, this is the group that has music. There's one more song I'm trying to think of. It's called Imagine Dragons. I think you guys thunder. Anyways, yeah, so first of all, guys, a lot of old soul energy here. Again, this could be you, just what you're going through. Somebody maybe, I don't know. But yeah, you know, this is your time to shine. This Allow Love is really interesting. So yeah, this is definitely like, you know, allow yourself to be loved, allow love to come into your life, you know, also to give love. If this is about somebody, or, you know, you're asking about love, yeah, allow love in. Take it as it resonates. I also have too with this viewpoints, perspective, changing the perspective on things. Maybe like you are finally coming out and you're like, I understand why everything happens for a reason. I actually heard, I think, somewhere that in order for us to experience peace, we usually have to have the one thing replaced with another, which I do actually believe is true. For somebody to be able to experience peace without having a replacement necessarily, in regards to like you lose one job and are like okay with not having that, you are super resilient. But a lot of times we don't ever experience peace until we have something else fill that void, because the reason I believe is because we were always meant to have that void filled. You're meant to have a job. You're meant to, if you experience peace, it's because technically it wasn't for you. Okay? That's what I'm just feeling, but okay, please don't. A change of perspective. I feel like you guys are definitely coming on a rough patch, and this is definitely a change of perspective. Maybe it's also called for you guys to take like a scenic drive or a road trip somewhere. That really helps out a lot of times. To see the greater like perspective. I'm also like, you know, like 2020 hindsight. But this isn't bad energy. None of this is bad because I don't put it out there. For some of you guys, there might be a chance for two minds to come to a viewpoint or understanding. So you can understand perspectives. Bread, sugar loaf, maybe for something about money. I'm thinking like bountiful too, like even though it's buoyant canyon, bountiful, like abundance. Somebody also wants to give this to you, maybe. Also, forgiveness. I'm getting forgiveness, especially if let it bounce off. Like, I'm done with being on this roller coaster. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, just allow it in. Like, I want to allow this in. Like, you know, understanding. There's definitely some kind of understanding, though. But this is not bad. None of this has been bad. Definitely, like, gosh, I think I have to do one more, guys. This might be where that hesitancy is at. But I do feel like there's a change of perspective. For some of you guys, there may be like an opportunity to like understand somebody else's perspective. There's definitely like some kind of forgiveness, or like, hey, let's just let bygones be bygones. I don't want to carry this anymore. Like, I just rather have the love. I'd rather just have you. I'd rather just move on. I just want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just like that. And it's like you just carry on. But I have to. Like, this. Okay, that's way too many. Oh my God. Like, a whole bunch of them just fell down, guys. How many do I have? Oh gosh, guys, I have no choice. A whole bunch. And that like went under my table, which is so cute, my coffee table. So for some of you guys, I feel like maybe there's like been stuff that you've been sweeping under the rug, so to speak. But at the same time, like putting things like, I don't know why, like under the table, like when you scraps, whatever it is, it's not so, it may be heavy, but it's not so heavy. I also feel like something about dinner, because we have sugar. So like maybe this is a conversation you have like at a dinner table or some kind of dining table. Maybe you guys have some kind of like thing where it's like a dinner atmosphere, or something with sweets, especially because it went under the table. And again with the off thing, like let it bounce off. I feel like something's like we're putting it underneath. So again, we're gonna see how this goes, guys. We got 4. I literally have no idea. We got number 12. We got the pine, which is patience. So definitely, you know, it takes time. Trees take a long time. It also looks like it has a little pine cone. So that might be a significance to you guys. Ooh, we got the raven, number 4, black raven, which is listen. The difference between crows and raven. Let me know what that is, guys. Want me to tell you really quick? Crows are actually smaller, and they crow. And ravens are more shinier, and they're bigger, and they don't flap as much as a crow does. So, useless, but good information, right? We have desert spirit. Oh my God, this has definitely got love in here, guys, because we got love from the critter. Desert spirit. Dessert. I'm telling you guys, there's something about dessert or some kind of sweets. It could also be like, I personally like to eat desserts first. Like, so I would be like, hey, if it comes out first, I'm like, hey, bring out the dessert first. Like, I'm not asking for it specifically, but dessert usually is like after dinner. And so I feel like it might be something where it's like after something, like something with like after the main course, or like, you know, the sweet, like a sweet, it's something sweet. Okay, but we got love twice, guys, here. So there is definitely love. For sure, love. We have love from the creator, love from the universe, love from God. I feel like this is like a blanket. just like a little blanket, like I want to, and like a scarf. And then we have the lizard. We have number 7. Now, a lizard's not a snake, I know this, but this is the year of the snake, and I am a snake for its Chinese zodiac. Number 7, the unexpected. Also, I see little lizards every single day at my job. They're so cute, like the ones that... And I saw these lizards a few months ago when I was hiking. It's interesting. Wow. So we got... Let me take this in, guys, because this is all live. We have the unexpected, patience, listen, and love from Creator. And then we have let it bounce off, viewpoints, allow love. There's definitely love. There's definitely love. And, you know, love from the universe, love itself, you know, love of life. There's definitely just love. And it can be just like, hey, like, just like a blanket kind of love. Or it can be romantic kind of love. There's definitely love, guys. Like, this definitely, like, love. Especially with, you know, spreading joy and giving hope and being kind. There's definitely love. There's a lot like a love that wants to come your way, or you are just a person that wants to give a lot of love, or the universe wants to give you a lot of love, or life, or God. There's definitely like love coming your way, and it's unexpected. Even though I believe that nothing's quite unexpected, but because I believe that we have to bring it in, like manifest it some way. But I believe that it is gonna be like unexpected. I don't know what a lizard means either, guys. They just do that tongue thing. I'm just kidding, from Mulan. The number 7 might be significant, like July or somebody's birthday. It's number 7. 7 days, 7 minutes, 7 hours. I don't know. Something that's been adaptable. But unexpected. Maybe because you're the type of person that's always giving and you just kind of just don't really ever expect to receive. Like when my coworker told me they were sending me something, I don't do that. I didn't do anything to ask for that. I just do my job and they sent me that. That was so unexpected. It's very sweet though. It's also because, you know, it's time for you to just let things go and like put things under the table and let bygones be bygones. This also could be because we have viewpoints too. There is definitely also a need for you guys to see things from a different perspective. I really feel like also you guys also, just wanted to clarify this, patient energy. This is a very patient group. I am very patient, okay? This person is very patient. This energy is very patient. It's very, very patient. It takes a long time. You know how long it takes for a tree to grow? Very long, okay? Time, okay? Patient. It's been some time coming. It's been a long time coming. I'm hearing a long time. That's why it's unexpected, guys. Whatever this is, it's unexpected. It's like, okay, guys, we had like, you know, I'm thinking of like winter with this energy, like fall, winter, and I'm thinking like summer. Like, it's been, like, from, like, one extreme to another. It's like, come on, this whole season's here, like, maybe a year. It's been you've been patient for so long. That's why, like, 12, too. Like I said, December and July, guys. I swear to God. It's been so freaking long. Like, so long, guys. This is, like, so long that it's unexpected. You're like, it's gonna shock you in a way, but not in a bad way. You're just, like... You might even have, like, nothing to say. You're like, wow. You're like, wow. Wow. And you want to know what? I don't think you guys are. The reason why I don't think you guys are, you're going to be kind of, like, speechless. Because it's about, like, again, like, allowing love in. And we also have listen. So, like, if this is not about a person, the universe is wanting you to... It's going to, like, shock you, but not in a bad way. Not, like shaking up your world. But you're going to be like... Yeah, I got you. You got me there. Again, birds are always messengers. So a lot of people can associate crows and ravens with like death and stuff. So that might have some kind of significance. Maybe like also just the end of a cycle and stuff like that. This person, maybe if it's about a person, they like YouTube a lot. Like random interesting facts. Shiny. Maybe you guys see these birds. Again, I don't know what these mean because I don't have time to look at the book. It's interesting because they're facing this way, right? So, which hand is the receiving hand, guys? Oh my god. I just cut my thumb the other day, so I was reading this. God, I can't remember. I'm going to say the opposite, because we had the feminine energy here, so I'm going to say masculine. So again, however you resonate, especially because we have the king. There's a lot of hesitancy, yeah. A long time. Very sweet, though, because you have to dessert. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too much into this, guys. Or me favoritism, because I actually chose this files. I'm not trying to do that. And I don't like to read myself. But, yeah, it's been a while, whatever this is about. It's been a little bit of a time, some time frame. Maybe as long as, like, December to July, or 8 months. You guys have been through, like, a little bit of up and down energy here. Definitely a need for a perspective change, or maybe this is a change of perspective. You need to listen. Again, this just apply how it resonates. It's calling for you to listen, or you need to listen, or, you know, it's time for you to listen. There's definitely a part for you to receive. So the energy that, so you, the person who's watching this, you need to listen. I just want to clarify this. You, yes, you, because you are being called to listen, okay? But if whatever the situation that you're inquiring about, whether it's a person or experience, that is going to be like sending some kind of message or talking to you, however it resonates, okay? But you are the one who needs to listen. I just want to clarify that part, okay? I'm being told to do that. Overall, there's a lot of love, like sweet love. Especially with sugar and just love. It's so sweet. And I keep thinking like a blanket like this, just like, you know, these are all fuzzy, and like a loaf of bread. It's very like fluffy. I don't know what I'm thinking that. But yeah, it's been a long time. You're being called to like listen. A change of perspective is coming from this, and there's love. And you know what? It's time for you to give hope, to spread joy, to be kind, to enjoy life, and to create light. And whether this is a person or a situation, those are all attributes that are true about you, about the situation, about the person. Yeah, it's unexpected. It's going to happen when it's unexpected. It's going to be unexpected. It's going to happen when you're not looking for it always. I also think like a chameleon too, like a change. They have to change to adapt to their things. So it might be like adapting to a situation, so to speak, if it's unexpected. But yeah, guys, let's not, because this is 7:02, guys. I got to get gas. So yeah, anyways, that is it. Thank you guys so much for group number 3. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos here. Let me know how this resonates. I was excited to use this. And I will post something eventually soon. Bye.